A new role, the steadfast devotion to duty.
I'm simply the latest in a line that can be traced back generations.
After decades of silence, King Charles is finally revealing the truth about Princess Diana, and what he just admitted has left even royal insiders speechless. What did he say that changes everything we thought we knew, and why now? Stay tuned, because once you hear this, you might never see him the same way again. For decades, King Charles maintained a dignified silence when it came to his past with Princess Diana. The world knew the headlines, their fairy tale wedding, the unraveling of their marriage, and the scandal that followed. But behind the royal protocols and formal smiles, there were unspoken truths. Now, at 76, Charles is reportedly acknowledging something he once refused to discuss. According to insiders, the weight of his past decisions is finally catching up with him. The very thing he tried to keep buried has become impossible to ignore. Why now? Some believe his advancing age has led him to reflect on the legacy he will leave behind. Like all people's jobs, you'll find that it isn't actually what it appears to be. Yes, others speculate that recent events in the royal family, including challenges faced by Prince William and Kate Middleton, have forced him to confront painful memories. For years, Charles was portrayed as the man who let Diana down. He tried to move forward, focusing on his reign, his responsibilities, and his family, but the past has a way of resurfacing, and the way he is addressing it now is leaving many stunned. What exactly is he admitting, and how will it affect his legacy? Throughout his life, Charles was trained to prioritize duty above all else. As the future king, every step he took was carefully measured. But no matter how much time passed, his image remained deeply connected to one event, his marriage to Diana. Despite taking the throne, the public perception of Charles never fully shifted. He may wear the crown, but the shadow of the past still looms, and all these young feel nothing is ever happening, so of course they're going to get frustrated. According to royal aides, Charles has become more introspective in recent years, speaking privately about the choices he made and how they shaped his reputation. One insider described it as a reckoning. Charles reportedly acknowledges that his rigid adherence to royal tradition contributed to the downfall of his first marriage. The idea that he was simply doing what was expected of him no longer feels like enough of an explanation. There's a realization that no matter how many speeches he gives or policies he champions, many will always remember him as the man who was married to Diana, and now, for the first time, it seems Charles is grappling with what that truly means for his legacy. Can he change how history will remember him, or is it too late? One of the most surprising revelations is that Charles has been giving his eldest son, Prince William, a very specific warning: don't make my mistakes. I was a separated wife, the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop, never happened before. William and Kate have long been viewed as the future of the monarchy, a couple who balance royal duty with a strong family bond, but recent reports suggest that even their marriage has faced pressures behind closed doors, and Charles, having lived through similar struggles, has taken notice. Sources claim that after seeing the toll that royal life has taken on William and Kate, Charles felt compelled to speak out. He reportedly told William that no duty, no royal obligation, is more important than family. It's a striking message from a man who for years was known for putting responsibility before relationships, but perhaps that's why his words hold so much weight. He has lived through the consequences of letting tradition dictate his personal life. Now, he is determined that his son will not repeat history. For William, the warning is clear: his father's regrets serve as a reminder that being a good king starts with being a good husband and father. I know that the position I'm in, that's what's required of me to do, but is it a lesson learned too late? No matter how much time passes, Diana remains a defining figure in royal history. She was beloved for her kindness, her openness, and her ability to connect with people in a way no royal had before, and in contrast, Charles has struggled to escape the image of the distant husband. Even now, as king, he cannot outrun Diana's legacy. The public's memory of her is deeply ingrained, and comparisons are inevitable. Charles's recent reflections are seen by some as an attempt to acknowledge the role he played in their marriage's struggles, but others question whether his words are enough. Insiders reveal that Charles is well aware of how history views him. He knows that no matter what he says or does, Diana's influence will always be stronger than is in the hearts of many. That realization, they say, has weighed on him more than people realize. His efforts to redefine his legacy may be genuine, but the question remains, can public opinion ever shift, or will he forever be seen through the lens of the past? Teach the values with which we can overcome it. The example that one thing is certain, Diana's presence is still felt, even in a world she is no longer a part of. If there is one person who has been at the center of this entire saga, it's Camilla. Once considered the most controversial figure in Charles's life, she is now queen consort, but her presence in the monarchy is still met with mixed reactions. Sources claim that Camilla has played a significant role in Charles's recent introspection. She reportedly encourages him to be more open about his past, but whether that is helping or hurting his image remains to be seen. The debate over Camilla's influence is far from over. Some believe she has been Charles's greatest support, helping him find his voice in a way he never could before. Others argue that her involvement in his past remains a sore spot for many. I'm 75 now and I can't remember anybody making it difficult for people to embrace this new chapter. Regardless, Camilla's presence changes the conversation every time Charles speaks about Diana. People inevitably wonder how Camilla fits into the story. Can the public truly separate the past from the present, or will the love triangle that defined an era continue to shape how Charles is perceived? While Charles is working to guide William, his relationship with Harry remains a different story. Insiders suggest that Charles's regrets about Diana extend beyond his marriage. They also apply to his relationship with his younger son. Some believe that the emotional distance Charles maintained over the years contributed to Harry's decision to step away from the royal family. Diana was known for her deep connection with her sons, and many see Harry as the one who inherited her emotional openness. Another chapter in my life, and certainly William's, but he's ready for it. He is unlike William, who embraced duty. Harry rejected it, choosing instead to carve out his own path. This has led to a complicated dynamic between father and son. While Charles may be trying to mend his past mistakes with William, his relationship with Harry remains strained. Can the lessons Charles has learned about prioritizing family extend to Harry, or is the damage too deep? As Charles continues to open up, one major question lingers: is it too late for the public to see him differently? To some, his admissions of regret are a step in the right direction. They see a man who has learned from his mistakes, trying to make amends in whatever way he can. But to others, it's not enough. The past cannot be rewritten, and for many, Charles will always be defined by what happened with Diana. Public perception is powerful, and Charles's efforts to reshape his legacy are met with skepticism. Some wonder if his reflections are truly genuine or simply an attempt to improve his image. If I have to succeed. Complete, because the two situations are completely different. The reality is, history remembers what it chooses, and for Charles, that means his story is still being written. Charles's reign stands at a pivot moment. He spent decades preparing for the throne, yet his past continues to shape how people perceive him. Unlike Queen Elizabeth II, who ruled with an air of mystery and unwavering discipline, Charles is stepping into a new kind of monarchy, one where transparency and emotional honesty matter more than ever. But the question remains, can he truly redefine his legacy, or is it too late? For years, the British monarchy operated under the idea that silence was power. Royals rarely addressed personal matters, and when they did, it was through carefully crafted statements. Charles, however, seems to be deviating from this tradition. His recent confessions, whether subtle or explicit, suggest that he is aware of how history views him and that he wants to take control of the narrative before it's written in stone. Yet, there's a fine line between reflection and revision. Some believe his willingness to discuss the past is a calculated attempt to earn public sympathy. Others see it as a genuine sign of growth. After all, Charles spent his entire life bound by duty. The idea that he is now prioritizing family over tradition is a shift that few expected. What do you think? Has King Charles truly changed, or is he simply trying to rewrite history? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into royal secrets.